Welcome to this month's episode of the Express series. I am Vanessa and today I will be a therapist. Your therapist. I like the way I pronounce therapist. It sounds so professional. Hence, I am a professional therapist. So welcome back to my channel. If you're joining me for the first time, as in this is the first time you see my face, or you've been seeing my face since, like you've been watching my videos but you're not yet part of this growing family, this growing nation, why? What is it? What are you waiting for? Who you? Why you? Click the subscribe button right now and subscribe to my channel. And turn on post notifications so you don't miss a new video when I post. And yes, do check out my other videos too. I have a variety of videos that you enjoy, whether you're a male human or you're a female human. Today's topic of discussion is dealing with rejection. That is how to handle and prevent rejection. Cause times are hard and sometimes we lose ourselves trying to get what we want, but that doesn't have to hold us back because we are all humans. We make mistakes. We go through things. So, like I said earlier, I am a therapist today, and something inside of you might want to ask, is she actually a therapist? What qualification does she have to talk about this? Are you sure she even knows what she's talking about? Well, if you must know, to be a therapist, you have to have a PhD in either psychology, counseling, or any related course, which I do not have. However, I am a licensed therapist under the ACA and LPCA, which is also a lie. But for today, I identify as one of them. But seriously though, you need this. Even if you don't need it, someone else would definitely need it. I'm not trying to be a motivational speaker. I'm not trying to tell you to move mountains. But I'm just stuffing you with facts about life, facts that you need. If you do not need it, like I said earlier, someone else does. So as usual, I asked the questions and I got the responses from you, my viewers, and I would like to say thank you to those that contributed. You are the 10% of this video. Rejection is a very broad and controversial topic that cannot be discussed in just 5 minutes. I'm going to try my best to keep this video as short as possible while giving you details. You all know I like to talk and explain in details. Besides, the longer the video, the more information you're likely to get. So first, I'm going to be talking about the topic of discussion, which is dealing with rejection, how to handle and how to prevent it, before I move on to share the responses on your experiences. Before we dive into the main thing, I just want to give you 3 instances of rejection that we see and hear every day. Like, it's a normal thing for us to hear about those kind of stories. So I want to know your opinions about these stories in the comment section. So the first instance is, you're a man that earns about 50k monthly and you see a woman that is comfortable and she earns, let me say, 200 to 500k monthly, and your own salary is 20k to 50k monthly, and then you see this woman and you like this woman, but you go to her and you're like, babe or woman, I like you, human being, I like you, and she rejects you as per number one, she's comfortable enough and she knows that if she marries or dates you, her lifestyle is going to reduce and she's used to living the life. Let's say she can have a meal of 10k a day because she can afford it, but as the man that is toasting her, his own salary is 50k, so there's no way that is going to be like a normal thing for him, and then she rejects him because he's not her standard, obviously. So the guy in question now starts to insult the woman, saying she's a gold digger, or she's not contented, or you know this popular saying, love me when I'm poor, but I'm comfortable enough, and it is forward ever, backward never. So I don't get the mindset around, like, you know what you're capable of, you know your limits, so why do you go for something bigger, and then when you are rejected you start to act like the world has come down on you, but you knew before you made your move that this is not going to work out. Probably you did not even check it out. Like, some of you just see things and go into it, you don't even think about it before you do something. The second instance I'm going to give you guys is, you're an extrovert, a guy, you're an extrovert, and then you like a girl, or you see a girl that is good, she's calm, she's smart, she's everything that you want, but she's an introvert, and then you approach her and then these my stories, they work both ways, or they work either ways, so don't mind that I'm giving this type of example. So you see a girl that you like and she's an introvert. So you approach her and you're like, I want to date you or I want to marry you. And she rejects you. Why? Because you're not her type. Your energy does not match. Probably you want to go for clubbing, you want to go to the club, you want to have fun, and she just wants to be on her bed reading her book. And then when things are not working out, you'll be angry and all of that stuff. But you know that you're an extrovert and she's an introvert. Your energies don't even match. But yet you went ahead. And then when she rejects you, you're like, see this one. Who does she think she is? Does she know who I am? I'm a hot cake. I'm a hot stuff. I'm a speck. Nobody can just reject me. But your energies do not match. How did you not see it? How did you not see it? So the third instance I want to give you now is, let's say you're in the talking stage with someone and you don't see a future with the person. You like the person as a friend, but you don't like the person romantically. Like the relationship is platonic. And then this person proceeds to, make moves or shoot their shot at you. And you reject explaining because you know that if you guys should be in a relationship, you know you're not giving your all. You know that it's going to end in tears. So you just say no from the start. And then the person starts to, stress you, starts to, soil your name, starts to do all sorts of things. Like, we need to normalize rejection. It's hurtful, yes. It's painful when you're applying for a job, when you like someone, you're shooting your shot, and the person says no, or the company you're applying for says no. It's really painful, but we need to normalize rejection. But it's not everything that we want that we are going to get. There's this saying that if wishes were horses, beggars would ride on them. So in this life, you just have to be contented. You just have to learn how to be contented with what you have. Because I don't understand the mindset. Of when someone rejects you, start to soil their name, especially men. Because I've been in instances where a guy is, toasting me and I say no because I'm not even interested, and he starts to insult me. Like, who are you? Who do you think you are? You're not even fine. I'm not fine, but you came to me. I'm not all that, but you came to me. Like, it's terrible. If someone says no, take your L in peace and move on. That is not the only person in the world. It's painful, yes, but you will get over it. Normalize rejection. So I want to know your opinions or views on these 3 stories or these 3 instances I gave you now in the comment section. Let me know what you think, or let me know your view or your perspective, because in this life everything has to do with perspective, how you see things. I want to know your own view and your own perspective in the comment section. I don't know why my voice is a little cakey. I mean, it's normally cakey, but it's way worse. So you may want to ask, how do people deal with rejection? Because it doesn't feel good. I mean, how do people actually cope after being rejected? I'm going to be sharing strategies on how to cope and how to avoid and how to recover from any form of rejection. So you may want to ask, why does rejection hurt? It does hurt us because it feels like we are not up to the standard. It makes us feel bad about ourselves. It's actually personal. It makes us feel like we're not good enough for something, and that can lead to so many negative thoughts and expressions. So I'm going to be talking about this in 3 stages. The first stage being the pre-rejection stage, the second stage being the rejection stage, and the third stage being the post-rejection stage. The first stage is the pre-rejection stage, which is the before rejection stage. That is before you are actually rejected. One of the ways to beat rejection is to actually prepare for it. Like when you want to consider something, when you want to make a decision, when you want to go for what you want, you have to have it in mind that you can either have it or lose it. And you also have to think about what will happen when you don't get it and how you're going to feel. And then you have to make yourself feel better before you actually go ahead to get it. Because when you take things like this into consideration, let's say I'm applying for a scholarship. The first thing in my mind is supposed to be, I want to get this scholarship. I should get this scholarship because I deserve it. Then the second thing in my mind should be that there might be so many responses or so many applications, so mine might not get considered at all. And if this should happen, I would not feel bad because my reason can be because I have applied for other scholarships. So when they reject my application, maybe because there are so many applications, or maybe I have a criteria, or let's say they are looking for people that are 5'6", 5'6" in like height. They are 5'6" tall, and I am 5'4", and they reject me. I have to have it at the back of my mind. Here are some things to consider during the pre-rejection stage. Number one, recognize rejection in your life. For example, you know that you just got this new job and you're still in a lower position, and you know that when you go for a meeting and you pitch your ideas to them in the meeting, they would not listen to you. You already know it, you already have it at the back of your mind. You know little things like this, it will prevent you from feeling bad when you're rejected. It's going to prepare you for bigger challenges. Number two is to learn from your mistakes or experiences. You know, like from the first instance that I gave you, you already know that if you pitch your idea to this company, they are not going to accept you because you are a lower person. So you learn from it, in the sense that whenever it happens, you reflect on it, like, today I got rejected for this, but I won't stop trying. That should even be your motivation, depending on the situation. Third way is to avoid putting all your eggs in one basket. In as much as you'll be excited, you want to put all your energy, all your time, all your effort into something that you're working for, and then you've already planned in your head that this thing is supposed to go this way, or it's supposed to go in a way that's supposed to make you happy, and then when it doesn't go that way, when it goes in a total opposite way, you feel sad, you feel depressed, or you feel rejected. Let's say you're applying for a job. You don't just apply for a job in one place. As long as you're qualified for it, you can apply in like 5 places, so that when this person rejects you, you have an egg in another basket. If that basket should fall down and the egg should break, you have another one in another basket. There is no way that out of that 5, one will not accept your proposal. So by spreading all of your eggs, you have a higher chance of feeling better when you are rejected by one company, because you know that you have 4 more opportunities waiting for you. And the fourth stage, or the fourth method, or the fourth way of the pre-rejection stage is talking to people. It's communication. You feel bad, you feel terrible about something, or maybe you want to do something and you're not sure, or you're sure that you're going to get rejected. You're just confused. You talk to someone. You cannot talk to somebody, you write it down. For me, writing helps. Like, if you're going through something, you don't want to burden someone else with what you're going through, you write it down, or you take it to God in prayer if you're a Christian. Better still, talk to someone that actually relates to what you're going through. Say your friend has been rejected before, you guys come together and you're like, yo, you were rejected for this position, how did you feel? How did it make you feel? I'm about to apply for this same position, so how did you feel when you got rejected? How did you do this? How did you ask questions? Communicate. It makes you feel better. A problem shared is a problem half solved. So now to the next stage, which is the rejection stage. Like, what happens during this stage? Because you never can tell how the rejection is going to come. Like, you can be expecting it, but you don't know how you feel when it comes. You're just tense, you're just confused. You're like, okay, if I'm rejected, what actually happens? Like, how am I going to react? So now I'm going to tell you some ways you can help to ease your rejection. Number one, take time to cool off. This is because when rejection happens, you're usually confused. You're filled with so many emotions actually, and one of them is anger, another one is sadness. And then you have to take your time off, because you may want to react in a way that will not benefit you in the long run. Let's say this person, you've been working on something for so long and you finally present it and it's rejected by the company. You will definitely feel angry. It's not me. You will feel angry and you would want to react, but then reacting and insulting the person or making the person feel bad, or better still, but revenging will make you feel good at that point, but it won't help you in the long run. The second way is to allow yourself to feel what you feel, because we're all human beings. You never can tell how the rejection will come. You never can tell how you feel when the rejection will come. There is no right feeling for rejection, so you have to allow yourself to feel the emotions you feel. You have to allow yourself to calm down, and you're like, this just happened, I'm not happy, I'm disappointed. Or this just happened, I'm not happy, I am confused as to why they did not pick me. or I am disappointed that they picked that person over me, or I am angry that after all my efforts they still did not pick me. All these things are emotions that you are allowed to feel. So you just feel all of them. They'll just get it off your mind. If need be, cry. If you want to cry, you cry it out. As long as you're getting it off your chest. So number 3 is when you just get rejected, you want to be around supportive people. You want to be around your friends. You want to be around your family, or you want to be around people that care about you, because you don't want to be alone, because you don't want to overthink it. When you're around these supportive people, they want to do things that will make you happy. They want to make you do things that will get your mind off it. The 4th way is take some time to be alone. Let me assume that you are an introvert and you don't like being around people, or you're the kind of person that doesn't like sharing your problems or whatever you're going through with people. You have to take some time to be alone, because you are your best company. Because when you're alone, you start to think about things, you start to reflect about a whole lot of things. When you enjoy your company, when you love yourself, you don't feel bad when you are rejected for something. Last and the 5th way to act during rejection is to take care of yourself and build your self-esteem. Let's say you just shot your shot at a guy. For the ladies, you just shot your shot at a guy and he says that he's not interested. You will feel hurt, especially when you do it on a public place like Twitter. When you shoot an open shot and you just get rejected sharp, no wasting of time. You would want to take care of yourself. You want to build your self-esteem. You don't want that to weigh you down. You look yourself in the mirror and say, I did this, I own it, I would not feel bad for what I did. When you remind yourself that you did it, when you remind yourself of the good things you've accomplished, of the good things that could have happened, or just remind yourself of good times, tell yourself that you did it, you are a boss, you're owning up to what you did. It's going to ease a lot of regrets. Fine, I enjoyed the time we spent together. Although I feel bad now, I will feel better someday. It's going to take time, but I'm going to heal. When you reassure yourself, when you tell yourself reassuring words, you definitely feel better during your rejection stage. Now to the 3rd stage, which is the post-rejection stage, which is the after rejection stage. So one of the things you want to have at the back of your mind is that healing takes time. It will not just happen overnight. You cannot just sleep and wake up and you are brand new. Although people are different, it also depends on the gravity of what you were rejected for. Yes, because I know that breakups definitely do not. You don't feel better after a breakup overnight. It's not possible. Maybe it is possible for you, but from what I have seen, it is not possible. It's going to take time. The healing time is full of ups and downs, because you'll be like, should I go back to this person? Should I just stay on my own? Or maybe you're seeing the person every single day of your life and you're like, what is this? With time, you'll get used to seeing the person's face and you're like, okay, it has ended. What else? Okay, I was rejected. What else? Time heals everything. The second thing you have to do when you're rejected is taking it personal. Yes. You may want to, take some time. You may want to think about what just happened, and maybe you have different interests, you have different values, you have different morals, you have different points of views, and it was not just going to work out like the introverts and extroverts examples I gave in the beginning. So you just have to think, you just have to, reflect. If you feel like someone's rejection is personal, it most likely is personal, because we have different ways that we see things. Also, you have to take it personal on yourself. You ask yourself, am I a terrible person? How was my manner of approach? What was going on? How did this person see me? What did I not do right? What did I not do correctly? Now, I'm not asking you to feel guilty or to, get depressed or something. This is a positive something. You have to be positive. You have to look for ways that you can do better. The 3rd method is to reflect on the experience. This method and the second method, which is taking it personal, both work hand in hand. So you have to reflect on the entire experience and ask yourself how you can be better, or ask yourself what you did wrong and how you can make it better. You have to reflect positively. Don't regret. Don't get depressed. Reflect positively. You ask, what did I do wrong? What can I do better? Okay, so I approached this girl when she was eating and she was disgusted or she was irritated. Or I approached this girl when she was angry. So what you're going to be thinking about is, Next time I want to approach a girl, I will know that I'm not going to approach her when she's eating or when she's angry. I like to give practical examples so that you can, assess it better. So the fourth and the final way to deal with rejection is to keep taking risk. Because the feeling of rejection or the effect of rejection can stay with you for a while. But then that doesn't have to limit you. This also applies to the first instance I gave when I said not putting all your eggs in one basket. So you shot your shot at this company or this person and you were rejected. There are other people, there are other companies that you can shoot your shot at and you will get accepted. So it's just about your mentality, your perspective. Just remain positive. That doesn't mean that when someone rejects you or when someone is not treating you right or when you've shot your shot at this company for so long and they're just bluntly ignoring you, that doesn't mean you have to keep pushing or keep being persuasive or keep being persistent. You have to know when to stop. You have to know when to say enough is enough. You have to know when to move on. Yes, this person does not like you. You've been shooting your shot. You've been trying your best to get on this person. You've been forcing yourself on this person or this job. And the job doesn't want you. The person doesn't want you. You have to learn to let it go and move on. Move on. Open your eyes. Focus on greener pastures. Yes. So now that done, I will move on to your responses on the experiences you had concerning rejection. And there's one particular response here that I do not want to share because I felt the person was just catching cruise with me because I don't believe it happened. But either way, I'm still going to share it. The boy said I don't know him. Somebody I was talking to for 2 months. I said no problem and stopped talking to him. Now he said that was ages ago and I should forget. A bunch of rubbish. I shall hold it over his head anytime I see him. Girl, you did the right thing. I mean, he said you don't know him and you acted it for him. This guy from my former uni, he liked me and was asking me out the whole first year literally. At one point, the guy got a girlfriend but still wanted to make her with me. But I refused. Anyway, we became guys later and now I'm dating someone he introduced me to. His friend, kinda. This guy tweeted a lot of shit about my boyfriend and how it would end in tears and then blocked me on everywhere. Wow. Some people actually find it hard to accept the fact that I want this thing or this person, but this thing or this person that I want doesn't want me. They find it hard. They feel like, okay, I am this standard and everybody wants this standard. So if you do not want this standard, you are missing out. And probably the kind of person that anything the person wants or anybody the person wants, the person is always getting. The person is a sharpshooter. But then now it's not working with you. The psychopath in him is coming out, or the psychopath in him has started to show. And again, thank God he blocked you from everywhere. It's better for them to block you than for them to be tormenting your life. He tweeted a lot of shit. Okay, your boyfriend knows that this guy is crazy and your boyfriend knows everything, so it's cool. As long as it's not tormenting you, it's fine. So I was talking to this guy and he asked me out, but I declined. Then he stopped talking to me for a while. Oga appeared again and started disturbing me. It was getting too much and I blocked him, and I don't feel bad about it. Yes, you don't have to feel bad about saying no to someone or something. You don't even have to feel pressurized to say yes, because I see a lot of proposal videos and then they're shouting to the girl, say yes, say yes, say yes. Fam, are you going to be the person to be in the relationship when they marry and the man wants to kill her or there's domestic violence? Will you be there? You only need to be shouting, say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes. So please, ladies, please, gentlemen, don't be pressurized to say yes. And if you say no, stand by the no that you've said. Don't feel bad about saying no. I shot my shot at this guy and he replied with, thank you. It was as if the ground should swallow me. Oh my god. I'm so sorry for laughing, but You know, all these girls that propose to their male partners. But on a serious note, I really admire those people that have the mind to shoot their shots at guys. Cause have I shot my shots? I doubt. But then I do compliment people a lot, and I find out that when I compliment guys, their head starts to shake. The head starts to shake. And you do not want to be in a situation where you propose to a guy, and because of the pressure, maybe you proposed in a public setting, and because of the pressure he says yes, and then throughout the course of the relationship he's now telling you, I did not even want this, I'm not the one that proposed to me, did I propose to you? And things like that. I mean, at least you've shot your shots, it's off your mind, thank God. Simple as it seems, I was forcing myself on someone, and simple, she wasn't interested. It was a little too hard to stop, but I had no choice. You did the right thing. I mean, you like this person, you're shooting your shot, you're doing everything possible to actually get this person, but the person is not interested. So you just move on with your life, because life goes on. With or without the person, life goes on. You were alive, you were breathing fine before you met this person. So now nothing changes. Her name was Vanessa. I gave all the signs, but she still guy-zoned me. Are you a signboard? You gave all the signs. I choose to believe that it's not me. But I choose to believe that the person that wrote this thing is my friend, and the person is just catching cruise with me. But if I thought you are an actual person that was giving me signs, and I still guy-zoned you. I mean, if you like somebody, walk up to the person and tell the person, I like you. What is the worst you can get? No, you are not my type. At least you know that you're not wasting time again, you move on. There are so many people in this world. Like, how would you be? Do I look like? Yeah, there was this guy I was with, and I liked him, but not enough to date him. Special friend. I didn't just see any future with him, don't get me wrong. He wasn't really a bad guy. He was the kind of guy most girls dream of, but he wasn't just for me. Well, he knew I didn't see any future with him, so I wasn't leading him on. I'm just going to skip to the end so I don't bore you. So I ended whatever we had after he sort of took care of me after my surgery. The reason was because he started to feel I owed him a relationship after he took care of me, and I didn't feel that was right, and that's my story. See, one thing that we need to address is this feeling of entitlement. Something for me from the depths of your heart. But then you're feeling entitled that because you did this thing for me, I would have to do something for you. When we do not agree about it, when it's not trade by barter. Don't get it wrong, dude. There is something called gratitude. If someone should do something for you, you have to be grateful to the person, so a person doesn't see that it's a waste or the person wasted his or her time. But in this scenario, he wanted to date you because he took care of you. It doesn't make sense to me. I liked a guy and he liked me too, but I pushed him away. Now I'm regretting it, and he's tired of my BS and just wants us to be friends. It hurts because I caused this. Life. Honestly, that's life for you, because when I pray that God will let me see the light, will let me see through the person, so I don't end up wasting my time. Because you probably felt that, okay, this guy's like every other guy that I have met and he's going to waste my time. But unfortunately, he was not the one to waste your time. But now he just wants to be friends with you. There's something I've also noticed, that if someone likes you and the person is like shooting their shots, getting close to you, getting to know you, but then you're giving the person attitude, you just want the person to be friends. As in, this person is genuinely interested in you, but you just want to be friends. Now listen, it's not by force being in a relationship. But if you like this person, I think you guys should talk and then know that you like each other, but it has not gotten to a relationship. Probably you guys will talk and you'll be like, okay, I like where this is heading, but let's not jump into a relationship, or I like where it's heading. So that you don't push this person away. And when this genuine love this person has for you dies, the person starts to see you as a friend, as in this one you friend zoned yourself. The person starts to see you as a friend, and you guys are now too close, like it's platonic. You guys are now too close. Your relationship is now platonic, it's no longer romantic. So if you guys are too close to be in a relationship, you guys are not like brothers and sisters. Yes. So don't friend zone yourself. If you see a future with somebody but you are not ready, you talk to the person. You don't just completely push away the person and then you expect that when the feelings die, you just resurface and the feelings resurface. Things don't work like that. Things do not work like that. The response she got was, be forming hard girl. That's the normal thing. When you don't like somebody, or when the feeling is not mutual, and you're like telling the person, no, this is not going to work out, the person will now feel like you are forming hard girl. And then they will start pushing harder, persistent, and you're like, fam, I do not like you. I don't see this going anywhere. But they will not feel that you're forming hard girl. Do not say, okay, this girl is forming hard girl for me, which means she wants me to push harder. No, I do not want you to push harder. I want you to leave me alone. Leave me alone. Lastly, I would like to add some words. We need to get rid of this mindset or this mentality that if someone rejects you, the person is not going to do well in life, then you just blow up and you'll be glowing. See, if I reject something or someone, I'm talking on a personal note now because I don't know what you think, I don't know how you think, I don't know the way you look at things. But if I should reject someone that is shooting a shot at me, I have no regrets because I have my reasons. If I should reject an opportunity, I have my reasons. Even if I reject somebody or I reject an opportunity and 20 years later, this thing is a big thing, I'll definitely feel bad for like, okay, I would have been part of this success, but I had my reasons, so there's nothing, I don't regret it. I'll feel bad for a while, but then I do not regret it. I had my reasons why I declined. So even if you're toasting me now, and in 20 years time, you become the richest person in the world, honey, I do not care. I don't care because I was not interested in the first place. Your riches or your wealth will not make me change my mind. Besides, as I'm like this, I like expensive things. I'm working for what I have a future. I'm working for what I want to achieve. So there's no way you tell me because I rejected you, I will not become poor, then you'll be rich. You guys should just get rid of that terrible mentality. Normalize rejection. Normalize it. We need to normalize rejection. The least thing you can do is feel bad when you're rejected, because as a human being, I've had so many times I've been rejected for something. And you feel bad, you feel terrible, but then after a while, you just be like, there are other opportunities, there are other things that you can do. And that's it for this video. If you learned something new in this video, let me know in the comment section. And if you watched to this point, thank you so much. I appreciate that you stayed with me to this point. If you've watched to this point, drop a bulb emoji in the comment section so I know that you've been enlightened enough from the things I've told you in this video. So if you want to see more videos like this, or you want to be part of the Express series, which I post every last Friday of the month, for now I post every last Friday of the month, stay updated and keep in touch with my Instagram page, because that's where I do post it, and then I leave the link in my bio so that you can drop your responses or your experiences. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to like this video, share this video, comment something related to this video, and also check out my other videos. Yes. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed week.